What's up guys, Isaac Doderlein here. We're going to be reviewing some footwork passing today. I've got a course online on my own platform. It's called DoderleinJujitsu.com, so if you want to see more details, you can always check it out there. Alright, so what we're going to do today is we're going to focus on dealing with the seated guard, okay? So oftentimes when I'm dealing with the seated guard, one thing that I don't like to go for is I call it the two-leg Toreando, right? So what I mean is this, going for both my hands on his pants like this. Because if I do this, I become vulnerable for arm drags, like so. Or if I go to one side, look how he can bait me to go for the collar drag, and I'll end up base planting myself because I have no connection to his upper body. So what I like to do is when I'm facing the seated guard, I have to think about what's in front of me, okay? So generally, I'll get a pant grip and then a collar grip. The reason why I like the collar grip is because this creates an anchor and a connection to his upper body. So if I go here and he tries to collar drag me, he would be actually collar dragging me into a better position where I can go for the Toreando, or even if he does it, I can go for a knee slide as well. So when I make these grips, I feel very safe, okay, from that attack. And also I have two very strong options that I like to make. I call it the front door and the back door. So the front door is always going to be, for me, the side of where I'm controlling the pants. The back door is going to be the side of where I'm controlling the collar. So his body positioning is going to tell me what side I can go for. So for example, if I feel that I can bait Zach to go lean to his back like this, I'm always going to pass to the leg side because I'm controlling the leg and there's nothing that he can do to really hook me. Maybe he can hook me, but it's very easy for me to maneuver around it because I have control of his leg. Now, if you were to lean back and I were to go to the leg side that I'm not controlling, or sorry, to the collar side, look what's going to happen, how he's going to block me here. Look, now he's going to pull me into his guard. Now I have to deal with passing with pressure most of the time. So, when I feel that he's hunkered down, engaging his core, this is going to tell me that I can go to the backdoor side. Why? Because I'm not controlling this leg, so I'm going to control it by controlling his upper body. So whenever I feel he's hunkered down, this gives me opportunities to pull and then pass to the collar side, either by maneuvering around, or if you want to get fancy, you can go for like a cartwheel pass. And this is how a lot of people do cartwheel passes, right? Because their partner's hunkered down like this. They can start to slap, they can jump over, they can go for a lot of options like this. We have so many different setups that we can use when you feel your partner's hunkered down like that, right? So what I'm gonna do is once I get these two grips, I like to call them the steering wheel grips, right? There's always gonna be an observation mode. And in every position, right, you want to go into, when you have full control and you're safe, I like to go in what I like to call observation mode, paying attention to my partner's body positioning. I usually won't do this if I'm defending because I need to focus on getting my frames back and I can't think too much. But when I have full control, I want to pay attention to what he's doing. So right now, I'm going to go in this feeler phase where I can push, pull, feel kind of where he's at. Now, if I feel he's leaning back, oftentimes when you get these grips, they just want to get to their guard. I can start to time it and I can start to go to the side, look, and start to pull myself towards him, and then I like to drive my head to that far shoulder, right? Now, if I try to go to the side and feel he's hunkered down, look how I would have to use a lot of strength in order to push him back. And if I do that, most of the time he's gonna get like a lasso or something because I'm the one overextending. I'm the one opening myself up to make him do something, right? So what I'm gonna do is if I start to go this side and he hunkers down, I'm gonna back up and pull. When I back up and pull, look, I like to use my knuckles. I'm not just pulling with my arm, I'm pulling my body, look. I use my knuckles and I'm using a slack to drive my knuckles into his gi to keep him here. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop over his head like this with my knuckles and my weight in that slack. I create a wedge on his mid back with my knees. From here I can get a seatbelt, or I can go double under seatbelt as well, okay? Or alternatively, if you wanna be less fancy, I can just walk to the side as well. I can go get my seatbelt, my modified seatbelt, or however I want to control it, okay? I usually do both. I don't have a preference. It's just kind of whatever I feel like in the moment. So, like I said, I get the steering wheel grips. Go 1, 2, okay? If I feel he's back a little bit, I'm gonna pull myself to him, got my shoulder. If I get these grips and I feel he's more hunkered down, this is telling me it's time to go to the back door. Take the back, okay? So obviously there's a lot of little things that happen where if you falls to the back, he can get a frame, he can hook, he can get on my sleeve. There's a lot of little things that we can do, especially if I go here, maybe I start to pull, he leans back, he blocks me a little bit. Okay, go back to this side. A lot of little things we can do, but that's just the general concept that I like to apply. And if you'd like to get more details, like I said, I have my website, DoderleinJiu-Jitsu.com. I have a full course there, all details. And yes, if you want to see more, feel free to check that out. Thanks, guys.